me. Don't be a
How's it going, everybody? Right now I'm about 15 and a half weeks out, running a pretty aggressive deficit for the first part of this prep. It's about 8 a.m. currently, so usually I'm rushing out the door. I have an 8:30 client. I'm going to train a few people, and then I'm training with my client and friend Connor. I have legs today, and it's my 4th week of my mesocycle. I'm running 4-to-1 paradigms for this training block. So the 4th week is my hardest week of training, and I am at a 1 RAR. So it'll be super helpful to have somebody with me today to help push myself. So I'm gonna take you through all that. Stay tuned. So right now I'm making a coffee. I always weigh out my caffeine just so that I have a consistent amount and I know when I'm needing to drink more. I generally have to drink more as I get deeper into my training block, which is lately, because the deficit and the hard training fatigue start to accumulate. I just find myself needing more stimulants to stay awake and perform daily tasks, which is unfortunate, but it's just part of the process. And usually I try to lower my caffeine intake on my deload so I can start everything back over again. Then I use skinny syrup, caramel. Then I do quick oats. I'm doing 80 grams. I'm usually not super hungry in the morning. I use a lot of water just to add the volume to the oatmeal to make it very volumized.
genius.
Here I have some top round steaks that I cooked in the air fryer. Top round is about as lean as chicken breast. So essentially I'm just gonna eat steak all the way into the show. I don't see why people don't. Again, maybe they don't have the knowledge that top round is roughly as lean as chicken breast. I think it's kind of silly because you have this nutrient dense meat that you can eat all the way through prep. It's pretty tasty. If it's tough, you can always sous vide it, but eat top round 2-3 times a day at least. Only 130 grams there. Have some hot sauce from Chipotle. I had Chipotle last night. Mix it with soy sauce. That's what I'm doing, hot sauce with soy sauce lately. About 100 grams of carrots. For some veg, some fiber. All right, I'm just getting some work done before I head out the door this morning. This light right here is a Lux light. It helps me normalize my circadian rhythm. It basically mimics sunlight, tells my body that I'm awake, and this is the time that I wake up normally. And then I'm just gonna finish my breakfast. I ended up putting some berries, cinnamon, and Splenda in my oatmeal. Finish these updates, and I'm gonna head out, and then I have to train some people, and you'll watch me train.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, fuck me.
Come on, you got it.
Don't be a fucking pussy.
Let's go, have fun. Open the hips. Okay, keep exploring it. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Drive hard. You got this. Come on, at least another. Come on, come on. Open up the hips. Come on. Almost there. All right, so we did a leg press first, kind of as somewhat of a pre-exhaust in prep. I don't like to go with the most absolute load and maybe go with a safer movement first. At least what I would qualify as a little bit safer before I go into something that's maybe a little bit more strenuous on my knees, or at least Generally speaking, the Smith squat's a little more strenuous on my knees. 7 to 12 rep range over there, 7 to 12 over here. As prep moves on, I'm going to transition to higher rep ranges, but while I can, I'm going to train faster twitch muscle fibers and lower rep ranges. As I get more fatigued and a little bit weaker, leverages change, I will transition those lifts to something a little bit lighter, and I may even do a pre-exhaust of a higher rep range and then transition to something like a Smith squat in a lower rep range, just so it's a little bit less injurious. I use less load and I'm a little more warmed up going into that. When you drive up hard, like explosive, you activate more muscle fibers, which we think might, like the podcast I did with Milo, really quick in here, but he talks about how explosiveness may actually recruit more muscle fibers, may cause more muscle.
Generally speaking, higher force outputs, for example, when you're lifting weight explosively versus slowly, activates more motor units and activates more fibers.
But then also velocity loss is a really good determiner of RIR. Sometimes, I mean, especially on heavy compounds.
You standardize it, yeah.
So yeah, then you standardize your technique, right? So you know if I'm driving up hard at the same speed every time and I get like a 50% loss or like a 30% loss, like a significant loss in speed, you're there or you're around there.
Okay.
Okay.
And so thus potentially when you're training farther from failure, but you're being explosive, that might also increase hypertrophy stimulus. And that would make sense in studies where they measure velocity loss set to set or during a set. Because in those studies, they generally do instruct participants to lift explosively as well.
Let's go. Hard. Another, let's go. Open up those hips. Hard.
Not so much.
just got back from training. I had a few diet sodas while I was preparing my food. But usually what I do is I take some potatoes and I throw them in the microwave, soften them up a bit, and then I season them and throw them in the air fryer so they get kind of this crispy outside. Then I'm just having some mustard and steak. Pretty much to recap the workout, it was pretty good. Messed up from it currently, so much so that someone was asking me about something about their calories after the workout, and I just couldn't do the basic math. Definitely messed me up pretty good, but it was a good training session, and it was nice having a training partner. I don't generally train with somebody else. So it was nice having someone there to push me, especially as I was pretty fatigued from previous weeks and the aggressive deficit. Just wanted to give you a glimpse of what my training's looking like right now at about 15.5 weeks out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be doing more of these and some more day in the lifestyle videos. So if you like this video or like to see other types of videos, leave a comment, like the video, share it as well. I'll talk to you guys soon.